is going to get the start on first game day?
Actually, Ethan Castaneda. I think there's still such a commitment to the development of the youth at Lansing City, and Ethan, 17 years old? So, like even when we're saying about this mistake, that was probably the thing that I saw the most over the tour and the showcase was that growth from him. And even into the friendlies, saw that continued growth out of Ethan Castaneda, which is what you would expect out of him, especially with that commitment to giving him minutes, even if there's a goalkeeper like Joshua Pierce that on paper is better.
Getting ready for our last bold prediction. But before we do, for me, I think Lansing City, it's if they're able, I feel like this has been my take for several months. If they clean up those mistakes, I mean, they have some of the best futsal playing players on their team. They have grown up playing futsal, and they're one of the most exciting teams to watch. And I think if they're able to clean that up and not have those mistakes, I think they'll find themselves in a much better position come the end of the year.
You know, the only goal for them this season is to win the whole thing. I mean, that's what they're setting out to do, and anything less than that is going to be a disappointment. You know, we go into last year, we look at the final, and it was really this redemption arc for Midwest United, and they weren't able to redeem themselves, and so this is the time when they need to do it. They need to step up, and they need to win the whole thing.
So we're going to see if they can make it 3 years in a row, getting to the final. And, of course, this year, as you mentioned, the goal is to take that final all the way to the end and come out lifting.
It does not matter what other teams do. Ole has won. Whether they make the mistakes or not, Ole has just won consistently. I mean, they just flip a switch. The game is going to determine.
Bold prediction.
They're going to find themselves in the same exact position.
The same exact position.
Fighting for the playoffs at the end of this season.
It's going to come down to the last game.
This week, Lansing City against Shoreline, that's going to determine a playoff spot. That's the hot take. That game is going to determine. Mark it now. February 28th, Lansing City, Shoreline City. That's going to determine a playoff spot for one of those teams.
Well, FCS be streaming any women's games. Here's the deal. We are working on expanding our production team so that we can stream every single FCS men's and women's game this year. That is our goal, and I'm not going to promise it, but that is what we are trying to do. All 52 regular season games, including the playoffs.
52 games.
52 regular season games. So that is the goal, to stream all 52 regular season games. We'll see if we're able to do it. I think we will be able to, but we still have some stuff to work on. But I have to say, one of my favorite moments of the summer was the Lansing City Ole friendly in Grand Rapids with a packed house. That was one of the best games that we've seen in.
Yeah.
I don't know if FCS regular season era, broadcast era, whatever it is from last year till now. That was one of the best games I think that we've seen, and it was super entertaining, super fun, and it came down to the wire.
It did. Yeah, I would say that's the best game that we've produced as a production team, as the FCS season. The environment was electric. It was just an incredible experience. So if you haven't had a chance to watch that game, go back and watch it. It was really special. I mean, he's going to be the best pivot in the league. Best pivot in the league.
That's a bold prediction. We talked about bold predictions.
Bold predictions. Best pivot in the league.
Yeah.
We really hadn't even talked about him yet today.
No.
And
well, talk to me about him.
He's so incredible on the ball. His ability to hold up play, his ability to allow the offense to run through him, his creativity, his ability to capture the ball and spin and shoot and score. It's just really one of the best in the league. I mean, him and Trezor Crispane, I think, are the best, the most solid traditional pivots that we have in the league.
Yeah.
And I think that Beaker's going to be the cream of the crop.
So I just saw in the chat we have Chicago House is here. What's up, Chicago House? We're going to be talking about your guys' team after the break, so a little while later. So get your popcorn ready for the bold predictions that we're going to take, and maybe you'll like us and maybe you'll hate us. I don't know. But we'll be talking about you guys later. Right now it's Midwest United, talking about Figert Hasovich up at the People's
Finals appearance for the third consecutive year.
Now, before we do that, your bold prediction for Midwest this year? Where do they end up? What's their season going to be like? In a concise statement, your bold prediction.
Finals appearance for the third consecutive year. Finals appearance. Finalists.
Oh my goodness.
Final appearance. They will get into the finals again.
But they won't win. Bold prediction for Innovation City this year.
Bold prediction. They will be fighting for a playoff spot.
Fighting for a playoff spot.
But I guess that's not really that bold.
I mean, is it bold?
Brandon, I'm sorry, but I don't see Innovation City making the playoffs this season.
He says his bold prediction is they don't make the playoffs this season.
Yeah, it pains me because, look, I had the chance to interview Brandon the first time during the finals, and he said we're going to be back here next season, and I just don't see it. I don't. Again, they have a lot of players that we haven't seen in action, so this is partly a take just based on what we saw on the tour in Akron. But to the points that you made as well, the competition in Akron is not as good as the competition we'll see this season in the FCS.
Yeah.
And so even though they show that they will be competitive, so they absolutely will be competitive, but I don't see them winning enough games, getting enough points throughout the season to make the playoffs.
Man, what would be a really bold prediction is if they don't get a first round bye. I think that would be a very bold prediction. I don't know if
they're keeping receipts in the chat.
I know they're keeping receipts. That's okay. You can keep as many as you want. I don't care. So we have a wild take in the chat coming from Luke Miller. Innovation grabs a W against Ole. What say you?
I don't think it's as wild as you would think because we still haven't seen the roster come out for Ginga. Over the tour.
For Ole, Innovation grabs
a W against Ole? Okay, that's a wild take.
Here is possibly the biggest news for Lansing City in the offseason, potentially. So when I look at Lansing City, here's the deal that I see. Last year in the season, the difference between them making the playoffs and not was very similar. The difference between them making the playoffs with room to spare and not was also quite slim, in my opinion. I think if you had to point to one thing that was the most detrimental to them, two things that are closely related come to mind. You mentioned them earlier. Is them having bad mistakes that give up goals. So essentially, as a team as a whole, you're playing down already to sometimes 3 goals. So here is possibly the biggest news for Lansing City in the offseason. Potentially. One of the biggest struggles was at the goalkeeper position.
Yeah.
And who is rostered for Lansing City this year?
Joshua Pierce.
Josh Pierce. But what does that do for this Lansing City team?
I mean, I think it does a lot, right? He's a fantastic shot stopper, so right away he's really solid.
So that addition of Josh Pierce, who do you think is going to get the start on first game day for Lansing City?
I'd say Ethan Castaneda. I think there's still such a commitment to the development of the youth at Lansing City. And Ethan's 17 years old. So like even when we're saying about this mistake, that was probably the thing that I saw the most over the tour and the showcase was that growth from him. And even into the friendlies, saw that continued growth out of Ethan Castaneda, which is what you would expect out of him, especially with that commitment to giving him minutes. Even if there's a goalkeeper like Joshua Pierce that on paper is better.
Getting ready for our last bold prediction. But before we do, for me, I think Lansing City, it's if they're able, I feel like this has been my take for several months. If they clean up those mistakes, I mean, they have some of the best futsal playing players on their team. They have grown up playing futsal, and they're one of the most exciting teams to watch. And I think if they're able to clean that up and not have those mistakes, I think they'll find themselves in a much better position coming in.
The only goal for them this season is to win the whole thing. I mean, that's what they're setting out to do, and anything less than that is going to be a disappointment. We go into last year, we look at the final,
Jolt Creativity pregame show. Jolt Creativity. Destroy the line.
Welcome to FCS 2026. This is the Jolt pregame show sponsored by Jolt Creativity. Wow, Gerard, we're finally here. What an amazing time it is to kick off the season in Cincinnati. This is it right here. The battle for Ohio. We're starting it off with a state rivalry here.
Yeah, and this is what a great way to start for Innovation City. You know, the travel from Akron, not too bad. Great way to get started in the FCS. And we got a great matchup for us today in a brand new venue in Cincinnati as well.
And let's start by talking about that team that is at home, that Ginga team. We talked about this in the third half. What difference does a year of experience in the game of futsal make for them? What do you think?
The biggest difference, I think, is we'll see their team take a step forward. Specifically, somebody we talked about in the third half was Shota Takabatake. He's somebody that was brand new to futsal last year. He just started in January of this year. And when you think about the development and the growth that he made at the end of last season into the playoffs, over the tour, over the summer, I'm really excited. He even earned the captainship for his team for Ginga. So what a really big developmental step for him to not only show it on the court, but to be a leader as well.
And, you see it on the screen here. The reason why we talk about the futsal, the year of futsal experience is because, last year we saw the roster for Ginga. When Giuliani Campos came on the show, he said, hey, this team is comprised of pretty much all first-time futsal players or maybe second-year futsal players. So that experience to play the game, I mean, a year of we talk about someone like Takabatake who came in the middle of the year last year. What does that do against an innovation side who is brand new to the FCS? That's the main question. So we have some audio issues going on with Gerard's mic. We'll get that sorted out. Coming up on the other side of the break, we're going to take a look at the visiting side. It's Innovation City taking on Ginga. Don't go anywhere. But I have to say, one of my favorite moments of the summer was the Lansing City Olay friendly in Grand Rapids with a packed house. That was one of the best games that we've seen in.
Yeah.
I don't know if FCS regular season era, broadcast era, whatever it is from last year till now. That was one of the best games I think that we've seen, and it was super entertaining, super fun, and it came down to the wire.
It did. Environment was electric. It was just an incredible experience. And so you haven't had a chance to watch that game, go back and watch it. It was really special.
Committing a crime so you can try to escape from prison. Bad idea. Go into the pod escape room to play an escape game with your friends. Great idea. Test your skill as an astronaut in outer space. Find Santa in Save Christmas. Or take a vacation to an abandoned island. Just don't get stuck there. The Pod Escape Room. Learn more at thepodlansing.com.
He's going to be the best pivot. Best pivot in the league. We really hadn't even talked about him yet today. So incredible on the ball. His ability to hold up play, his ability to allow the offense to run through him, his creativity, his ability to capture the ball and spin and shoot and score. It's just really one of the best in the league. I mean, him and Trezor Crispane, I think, are the best, the most solid traditional pivots that we have in the league.
Yeah.
You're watching the Futsal Champions Series on FCS Live.
Welcome back to the Jolt Creativity pre-game show. Jared Kleppel, Gerard Ascani getting the 2026 year of the Futsal Champions Series kicked off here in our Lansing studio. The game between, let's put that one up there, Ginga and Innovation City coming at you guys shortly at the top of the hour. The battle for Ohio. We were able to talk about Ginga a little bit, and then I guess the internet decided it didn't want to hear Gerard's opinion on Ginga, so maybe you should tell him again.
What an incredible asset for them. He started playing futsal just in January of this year, and so you can see just 10 months of experience in futsal and how quickly he grew over last season. So much so that Satoru Matsushima, the coach of Ginga, recognized him as the captain, right? And he's seeing the development both on and off the court, and he's somebody that's so committed to training and growing that he loves the sport of futsal. And for me, I see him as a potential superstar this season. So I see him as somebody like really setting the tempo of excellence for futsal in the United States.
Well, we're going to see what they can bring. On the other side, it is Innovation City bringing in a new team to the FCS, and they had some success in the FCS Tour Akron. Was it a fluke or not?
Yeah, that's what we will see today. One of the biggest call-outs for Innovation City today is one of the players that we actually interviewed on the third half, and we thought he would have a tremendous impact this season, is Luan Tufani, and he's not in action today.
Yeah, no Luan Tufani today for Innovation City. So it's kind of a time for them to say, okay, they had some success in the summer. They got to the finals of the Akron Tour and got beat by a Columbus team that's outside the FCS. And, you know, now it's their chance to say, hey, what do we do when it comes to the season? We're on the road in Cincinnati. And they're going to be taking on Ginga at Ginga's home court. Just in a few minutes, we're going to send you to our sponsors, and we'll be back for the kickoff. Don't go anywhere. Them having bad mistakes that give up goals. So essentially, as a game as a whole, you're playing down already to sometimes 3 goals. So here is possibly the biggest news for Lansing City in the offseason. Potentially. One of the biggest struggles is at the goalkeeper position.
Yeah.
And who is rostered for Lansing City this year?
Joshua Pierce.
Josh Pierce. But what does that do for this Lansing City team?
I mean, I think it does a lot, right? He's a fantastic shot stopper, so right away he's really solid.
So, bold prediction for Innovation City this year.
Bold prediction, they will be fighting for a playoff spot.
Fighting for a playoff spot.
But I guess that's not really that bold.
I mean, is it bold?
Brandon, I'm sorry, but I don't see Innovation City making the playoffs this season.
He says his bold prediction is they don't make the playoffs this season.
Yeah, it pains me because, look, I had the chance to interview Brandon the first time during the finals, and he said we're going to be back here next season, and I just don't see it.
You're watching the Futsal Champions Series on FCS Live.
to Cincinnati, Ohio for this afternoon's FCS match. Ginga FS hosting Innovation City for the first opening match of FCS 2026. Gerard, I think we've worked it out so people can hear you this time.
Maybe I'm more than a face.
Maybe
if you can
he's
hear
more-
me, look, we talked about Shoto Takabatake and Luan Tufani missing in action for Innovation City. And really what we see the continued development of Shoto last season being his first in futsal. And now he's the captain of Ginga. And look, shout out for the graphics team. Those flyover we just had and the graphics, incredible. It really shows that not only are the players growing in their development, our production team is as well.
We're going to take you out to mid-court. Let's show the starters for today. Starting.
For Innovation FC, number 3, Jonathan DeLucia. Number 9, Ben Isaac. Number 10, Jackson Davis. Number 15, Diego Pinto. Number 22, Brandon Talas. And for your Cincinnati Ginga Football Sala, number 7, Jorge Guinevart. Number 8, Erhan Reckman. Number 9, Tai Yamazaki. Number 10, Shota Takamatake. Number 88, Corey Weisenhunt. And now I ask you to stand for our national anthem.
Hey Brian, are you switching back and forth? Are you switching back and forth between the cameras on there? So I'm free to pan and they'll cut back and forth. So I'm free to pan and they'll cut back and forth.
This is going to mess it up.
Okay, you guys should be in. Your mics are up.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Cincinnati, Ohio. Thank you so much for your patience as we sorted out the audio issues. Ginga FS taking on Innovation City in our first game of 2026. Ginga's new home venue in the yellow going left to right, and Innovation City in the white going right to left. And the kick is off. We are away for the first game of the year.
Shoto Takabatake right there on the ball. As we talked about in our pregame, you were unable to hear. He's somebody that's new to futsal just last season, and he's shown a lot of growth over the last 6 to 7 months and has really earned his spot as the captain for Ginga this season.
Ginga starting off early in the back. They're going to have a kick in deep in their own zone early in this game.
Another player we have our eyes on today, Diego Pinto. He's the right ala right there. He's on the ball right now. He's somebody that Brandon Bolish talked about has really been showing up in trainings, and he expects him to have a substantial impact this season. A lot of the players for Innovation City are newer to futsal. Some of them come from arena or other levels of semi-pro indoor soccer, and so that is one of the biggest really factors that we are anticipating see how they integrate into futsal. One of the biggest players that we spotlighted in our pregame and we talked about on the third half, we had him show up after the FCS Tour in which Innovation City made the final, was Luan Tufani. He is someone that has an incredible background in futsal, but he is missing tonight. And so he's somebody that we thought would be a leader for this team. He's somebody that's very reliable and dependable on the court. But with him missing tonight, what kind of an impact will that have for Innovation City? Ginga was a team last year that they had a stark contrast from home and away. We talked about that in the third half. This is their first home game of the season, opening night. Let's see if they can continue their dominance at home from last season. Last season, they had an incredible record at home, going 4-1. Their only defeat was to Ole Futsal Club, just like every other team in the league.
Foul there whistled against Ginga. And is it just me, or am I seeing some new uniforms for Ginga out there?
Yeah, we got new uniforms for Ginga, and Innovation City has new uniforms from what we saw on the tour as well. So, one of the biggest things here, too, we also got some numbers switched up that we got to make sure that we got this. Like Jonathan DeLucia right there is number 3. We got him on the roster as 24, so that's one of the biggest things. Sometimes they switch these numbers up last minute, but it looks like they got their names on the jersey for Innovation City, which is going to be a huge help throughout the season for us as commentators.
Shot there. Weisenhunt taking care of it. And Weisenhunt in goal for Ginga in that pink uniform. We saw him in a couple of games last year. And in the games that he wasn't, as he has a stop there, we saw, well, Tommy came in as a goalie, but when neither of them were there, they really struggled at the goalkeeper position.
Yeah, Corey Weisenhunt. Every single game that Ginga played without him, you could tell that they were missing something. They did have Tommy Sawa come in, who was really a standout for them, but once he had to return to Japan, the goalkeeper spot was a question mark.
Oh, opportunity just inside the arc for Innovation City, and surely they should have put that one away.
Yeah, once again, Diego Pinto taking an early shot, just a little wide. Not really clinical with his touch so far here, but a couple early good shots for him.
Innovation City now in the back, looking for a way forward, trying to beat this high press of Ginga, and Ginga is successful. Ginga now with an opportunity near post. It squeezes by Brandon Bolish.
And Camilo Herrera. He is another name. We have not talked a lot about him. We mentioned him briefly in the third half, but Camilo was new to the team this summer, played in the FCS Tour, had a really big impact, and just loves to play futsal. What a great way to start it off, finding the 5-hole, beating Brandon Bolish between the legs. Great shot by Camilo.
So Ginga get the first goal of FCS 26 at their home court with a squeaker that got by Brandon Bolish in goal. And I think if you're Innovation City, you might have a little bit reason for concern. We saw in the most recent game that Brandon Bolish played in at goal, he gave up 3 pretty easy ones similar to that really he would be expected to save, and he ended up coming off for another goalkeeper. And you got to wonder with that one so early, that's going back to his last game, that's 4 goals that he's given up in a not so difficult fashion.
Yeah, I think that really puts Matt Nolan in a difficult spot. It's one of the reasons that Matt Nolan is the coach of Innovation City, is to create some of that objectivity with some of these decisions. Because Brendan Bolish is one of the founders, the co-founders of Innovation City, and so getting his time in goal is something that I'm sure he really wants. But Brendan Foster's a pretty strong keeper. I would anticipate that we would most likely see Brendan Foster at the minimum in the second half, but let's see if Brendan Bolish can keep it together for the rest of this half.
Top of the arc shot goes wide.
And that's Matt Nolan.
Number 14, Matt Nolan.
And we're seeing some of the first action for number 17, Prince Chisa. Also for Ginga, Ewal Bugasi, number 13. This is the first time we've seen him in action in the FCS.
Ball bouncing around in the attacking half for Innovation City. Ginga collect. Now a nice little touch on to the far side. Innovation is there. They're looking for a quick counter. Not able to capitalize.
There's a decent ball from Shota Takabatake. Aaron Rahman was not able to do anything with it. We haven't talked a lot about Aaron Rahman, but he's newer to the team. He did come out for the FCS Tour, and he's somebody that we talk about some of the goalkeeper issues. Satoru Matsushima talked about Aaron Rahman being somebody that they could potentially develop as one of their road goalkeepers, because somebody like Corey Weisenhunt has some availability issues and isn't always able to travel with the team, and that's going to be one of the biggest challenges for Ginga this season.
Ginga now just across the half line. A mix of gameplay lines out there. The blue is what you're looking for this game.
And one of the things that we saw a lot last season out of Ginga was really rapid substitution patterns, and we're seeing it already today. Most of these players are switching every 30 to 60 seconds. They do not stay out there long. Outside of Shota Takabatake, he probably had the longest run out of anybody. But you can see Kai Yamazaki out there again. And then
Shot
you can
there
also
blocked by Brandon Bolish.
Roger Strass is back out there as well.
Ball goes out of bounds. Ginga are going to make a switch as they take over possession. They put it in play.
Seeing Riley McKenzie out there for the first game action of the FCS season for him.
Nice 1-2, some space on the far side. And again, Brandon Bolish gets beat. Near post. And that is the one and only number 10. That put it away. Shota Takabatake. And it's trouble for Innovation City early on as Ginga have piled in 2 goals in exactly the same way.
Yeah, exactly the same way. And it's really exactly what you were talking about, Jared, with some of the questionable goalkeeping. To let the 5-hole get through twice, it's just something that can't happen. Great 1-2, though, from Aaron Rahman and Shota Takabatake to play together. Good placement from Shota to find the back of the net. You have to wonder, for Matt Nolan and Innovation City, are you thinking about Brendan Foster at any point right now?
Turn for Ginga. Really lax defense there for Innovation City, allowing the turn. Now they start to press up. Good movement for Ginga. Now into the pivot spot. Able to find him. It's Riley McKenzie's turn. And Innovation collects. Here's Diego Pinto. Ball inside. Turnover. It's going the other way. Ginga. Ball into the mix. Bolish called upon for Innovation City, and he stands tall.
Really great play from Takabatake to set that up, but Aaron Rahman was not able to handle. He did not have a successful first touch and just let the ball squirt away. Bolish was able to collect it.
Corner for Innovation. Turnover Ginga's way. Could be dangerous for them. 3v2. Innovation City get back, forcing Aaron Raymond back to Riley McKenzie at the fixo spot. Raymond with it again. Working with Straz. Takabatake. Quick substitution. Camilo Herrera looks to be on the far side there. Ball into the middle, takes a deflection, and now Ginga collect. Important defense there for Innovation City, forcing Ginga backwards. Ginga really able to have their way, possessing in their defensive half, right around the halfway line. That ball goes out for a kick.
Yeah, in a lot of ways, it's really good to see out of Ginga. It's a stark contrast for them last season. They were very defensive last season, and they did not often have a structured attack. And that's one of the things that we'd anticipate seeing more from them as they learn the game more and they understand futsal at an even deeper level, how to get a structured attack.
Giveaway. Innovation City had a chance there. The defense for Ginga blocking it before it gets to Weisenhunt, and that time it gets through, but he collects it easily.
Yeah, and that's that patented defense we see from Ginga, just collapsing the penalty area, not allowing any room, any opportunities on goal.
Get something in front of the ball, right? Get low so the goalkeeper can steal. This is what Satoru Matsushima talked about when they're trying to block shots.
Yeah, and they love putting their body on the line for the team.
Collision there. No whistle. It's going to be kick in for Ginga. If you're just tuning in with us, we have 13:50 left in the first half. Ginga up by 2 on really 2 easy ones that snuck by through the 5-hole of Brandon Bolish. And that's really the difference in this game. Ginga have been seeing possession a bit more than Innovation, able to kind of build up into their attack. We'll see how that changes or not as the game goes on. Down to the floor goes number 6, Tsubasa Yahiro.
This is the first time we're seeing Tsubasa Yahiro in action as well, but he's another player from Japan, really showing that international connection from Ginga that Satoru Matsushima is really high on, and Satoru does a really fantastic job of just recruiting players internationally from his home country in Japan to play for Ginga.
Innovation able to take it away. Matt Nolan sliding. Roger Straz got the ball, says the referee. Nolan still wants a foul. Straz picks him up, but Raymond continuing the play. Bolish slides out. There's something on for Innovation City here. Just a 3v3, no man advantage. Looked like I hit Straz's hand, incidental, and it goes wide. Keeper restart. Under heavy pressure, Innovation City with a high press this time, trying to get it out. They do. Yahiro finds the back of the net once again for Ginga.
And Kai Yamazaki, we talked about him as being somebody that's going to continue. Actually, sorry, Tsubasa Yahiro. First shot of his FCS career finds the back of the net. And it looks like once again,
the 5-hole.
Yeah, it looks like the 5-hole. It might have been to the right. Take a look at this camera angle.
Oh,
just to the right. Just to the right of Brandon Bolish. But once again, great finishing touch by Ginga to find the back of the net. First shot in the FCS for Tsubasa Yahiro. 1 goal.
1 goal, and that puts Ginga up by 3, not even halfway into this first half. That goal coming in part by Ginga able to break down the high pressure that Innovation City is bringing this time again, and now they able to create some chaos in front of the net. And a 3-goal deficit for the visitors in white. To the middle we go, back outside. Ben Ivan on the defense, and Innovation City take over. Here's Pinto. Toe poke, and a collision between Ginga goalkeeper, and I think that was number 6, maybe 8. Might have been Oliver Legan.
Yeah, Oliver Legan. Yeah, really good
City.
recognition from Corey Weisenhunt just to come out and attack the ball. Legan was in a dangerous area, and if Weisenhunt doesn't get to that ball first, Legan probably would have put that into the back of the net.
Innovation City to put it back into play just across half. They go back to Balish in that Innovation blue. Down the line, inside, deflection. Weisenhunt takes care of it.
Yeah, once again, you can see Weisenhunt being a little bit aggressive, leaving his line to attack the ball.
Opportunity here, 1v keeper. Lucia denied, and down goes an Innovation player here in the middle. I think that was Ben Ivan.
Yeah, it looks like we have a foul called on Aaron Rahman.
Didn't quite see what happened there, but he hit the deck, and the official saw something he didn't like. So Innovation City get the whistle, and now trying to work out of the back, and we really haven't seen them in these first 10 minutes do very well building out of the back facing this Ginga press.
Yeah, I think that's one of the biggest challenges when you do make that transition from soccer to futsal, or even indoor arena soccer to futsal, is just maintaining possession and being able to create something offensively as opposed to just like kick and run type of offense. And it's one of the things that really Luan Tufani did really well for Innovation City, helping to build that structure. And let's see if they can't figure something out here tonight or this afternoon, because they haven't done it yet. And they're really playing in a way that's going to be keeping them on the back foot all evening.
Dangerous position there for Ginga. Weisenhunt able to give it away. Kind of messing around with possession in an uncomfortable spot there. Now Innovation up the line. Matsushima shielding it. He gets bumped. Thought he should get a foul. No whistle, and Innovation will have a corner.
Yeah, so far early, you know, we talked about Diego Pinto, this being his first action. He has been somebody for Innovation City that has been really dependable on the ball and been able to create some opportunities for himself. Let's see if they can't try to play through him more to create some opportunities for other people as well.
Off the corner, short play for Innovation City before they kick it out of bounds. Ginga will restart here on the near side. All the way up to the pivot. Good one, just over the bar. That was Kai Yamasaki. Not missing the frame by much.
Yeah, not by much at all. And he's somebody that, again, we talked about the transition from soccer to futsal for Kai Yamasaki. He actually was all conference in college, and that's one of the biggest things that he played for Seattle University. He wanted to come back to Cincinnati. Again, another recruit from Ginga and Satoru, really drawing on the Japanese influence, bringing these players from around the country, around the world to play Ginga.
That was whistled for a foul against Innovation City. Innovation City out of the back, quickly to the half line. Creeping press for Ginga. Just enough to make you uncomfortable. As you go backwards, they continue up the floor. Slide there. 2v2, Ginga on the attack. Strez met at the near post by Brandon Balish.
Nice save from Balish right there. Outstanding defensive effort from Jorge Guinevere.
Weisenhunt with his feet. Starting that Ginga attack, 2v3. Aaron Raymond decides to go backwards. Gunnevard thought he'd have a try, and he'll win Ginga a corner. Here with 8:24 left in the first half. Oh, deflection on that shot from number 11, Rohan Raymond.
Oh, actually, sorry. Number 11 is Enrico Del Rosario. That was a late change for Enrico and Ginga. Rohan wasn't able to be available today. And speaking of international players, Enrico's from Saipan, another player that Ginga has brought in internationally. And it really shows the commitment to diversity that Ginga has, bringing players literally from all around the world.
Corner for Ginga. Playing it short, right back to the corner. Down to the end line. Ball across is blocked. Squirts all the way back out to Weisenhunt. He plays it long. Settling touch. Was it good enough? Not quite good enough for Ginga's attack.
Another sliding effort right there from Jorge Guinevere.
Innovation City, I think, wanted a foul on that. They didn't get one. They play it in quick. Matt Nolan right back. Right back to him on the inside. Toe poke. Block before it ever sees the goalkeeper in pink for Ginga. Once again, but Ginga aren't able to create an attack out of that. Innovation City with kicking on the far side. Ball bounces around. Innovation City take advantage. They get on the board.
Great early shot from Prince right there to find the back of the net. Corey Weisenhunt could not get set, was not anticipating that early shot. Prince just finds it on the half volley. Outstanding effort from Prince there to get the back of the net, take the early shot.
Scrappy play there from Innovation City to get on the board and cut into this 3-goal deficit. And it's Prince Chisha. Give them their first goal of the year. Ginga calling for a handball, no whistle. In the corner is Innovation City facing the double into the hands of Weisenhunt.
Yeah, it's going to really take some of those early shots from Innovation City. Let's see if that Matt Nolan right here can get it off, but he cannot. Corey Weisenhunt anticipating expertly when the ball was coming in to prevent even a shot from Matt Nolan. But that's what it's going to take from Innovation City, is some early shots to really not allow Ginga to collapse the box. We saw that from Prince Chisha. He just took that shot. There was 3 bodies around him, but he took it early, and they were not able to get set and position themselves to protect Corey Weisenhunt, and he was able to surprise him.
Timeout called by Innovation City here with 6:45 left in the first. A great time to let you know about our sponsor for today's match. Today's match is sponsored by Ally Marketing. Let's be friends. If you're interested in marketing services by a company that will treat you like a friend and not just a number in their revenue book, check out allymarketing.us. Ally Marketing, let's be friends, the official marketing partner of the Futsal Champions Series. So with 6:45 left, Innovation able to cut this lead to 2. And there we see coach player Satoru Matsushima giving direction to his players along with number 10, Shota Takabatake. What does Ginga need to do to keep this pressure on and even maybe increase their lead going into the halftime break?
Yeah, really the biggest thing they need to do is just maintain the ball, look for opportunities, not only to take the early shot, but also to be creative. They had a couple of opportunities where the ball came across the net, but there was nobody making a back post run, and it's one of the things that has to happen. You have to make a back post run and really give your team an opportunity to get some of those wayward shots into the back of the net.
Play resumes with Innovation City. They try to go up the line on the far side. Riley McKenzie is there, still pressuring. Innovation are able to maintain possession for the time being, and down goes number 13, Mike Romas. Innovation City will restart play. This time, Ginga will get the whistle in their favor.
Yeah, strong defensive effort right there from Ewald Bugasi. Good job stealing the ball, winning possession, and then advancing with it, drawing the foul.
Ginga with it in the back.
You know, one of the things we haven't really seen Satoru Matsushima at all today, and it's one of the things that Innovation City talked about, not wanting to have their player coach play as much, but we're seeing a lot of action from Matt Nolan, whereas with Ginga, with their roster availability, it's been able to allow Satoru Matsushima just to coach and to not be in a situation where he's having to be a player coach the entire game.
And here he is on the ball, looking for the long one, headed away by Jonathan DeLucia. Now up the floor, 2v1. Can Innovation City capitalize? No, says the left hand of Corey Weisenhunt.
Wow, incredible recovery from Corey Weisenhunt. He was in terrible position, anticipating an early shot from Oliver Ligon, but Ligon made the extra pass and almost caught Corey Weisenhunt sleeping, but he was able to recover effectively.
Innovation City, as of late, getting some opportunities around the goal. Feels like maybe they'll be able to cut into this lead. That next goal, especially before halftime, would have a large impact on the rest of the game. Fighting for it on the far side, DeLucia and Takabatake. DeLucia wins that bout. Innovation City have possession now with Matt Nolan. Into the middle, and down goes number 77, Jacob Hagenbaugh. See that one again. Yeah, Matsushima coming in. He's getting the leg kind of with his knee and thigh area. Tripping up Innovation. So just under 5 to go. Free kick here for Innovation. And they put it over. Restart incoming. Looks like he thought, Hagenbaugh, who took that shot, thought it took a deflection. I think he might have been the only one in the arena who thought so. Oh. Meanwhile, a post from Kai Yamasaki. And Balish gets away with another one.
Wow, and it looks like Aaron Rahman thought the ball was going in and slowed down his run. Just did not anticipate the opportunity. He should have got there sooner, and he could have taken that rebound and put it in, but Balish was able to recover.
Now, what's a good effort by Balish? He was actually way up near the arc.
Yeah, great recovery from Balish.
Yeah, and if he had hit that with his hand, he was in danger of being too far outside of the arc.
Yeah, we saw that happen in the FCS Tour in Akron a couple of times, actually, in Innovation City's favor, where a goalkeeper for Lansing City, Brazil Santoyo, came outside of the penalty area.
Bad giveaway here. Kai Yamasaki, no, yes, that's Kai Yamasaki. Nearly capitalizing.
It becomes one of the challenges with so many lines on the court, just being able to understand when you're in your penalty area and when you're outside of it for these goalkeepers. So good job by Brandon Balish not handling the ball outside of the area.
Now a turn deep in offensive territory. Roger Straz to Raymond. And now near post, Balish gets beat. Another goal for the Yellow Home squad.
Yeah, really great ball control right there from Aaron Rahman. Great spin, good look for that extra pass, and Kai Yamazaki finds a way to slide it home, catching Brandon Balish off guard. Getting the low. It doesn't look like it went between the legs again.
I think it was just
beat
near
to
post.
his right, near post. Great effort from Yamazaki, and really good job by Aaron Rahman to create that opportunity.
So with 4 minutes left in the first half, struggles at the goalkeeper position for Innovation continue. Balish coming out for that one, but really not a very good stance to block that one to the near post and lets it in. Seems like things are kind of just moving a little too fast for him in goal.
That was one of the biggest challenges coming out of the Akron tour for Innovation City is really they have 3 goalkeepers. We have 2 of them rostered tonight. And Brendan Foster did a really good job in goal for them during the tour. Let's see if we don't see him maybe in the second half here tonight.
Meanwhile, Ginga on the attack. Riley McKenzie, Camilo Herrera at the point working with number 11. Which is not Rohan Raymond, correct?
It's Enrico Del Rosario.
Enrico Del Rosario. Also on the floor for Ginga. Trying to break down this Innovation City defense. Innovation the other way now. Left foot strike doesn't get past McKenzie. He just clears it. Now Ben Ivan. Out wide. Into the center. 3 Ginga players there. Strike to the far post. Balish got the first one, but couldn't get the second. I think he got injured on that play.
It does look like he got injured. Really great save from him right there. It looks like he landed on his shoulder. He is hurt. Del Rosario did not waste any time, though, and just found a way to get that in with an open goal. Innovation City unable to cover Balish as he's hurt now.
We hope that he's okay. Ginga take full advantage of that moment. He did well to save the first one.
Yeah, so often after a great save like that, if you're not able to maintain possession, you just deflect it. It can go into a dangerous area. And if your defense doesn't collapse properly, it doesn't really set you up for success.
So 2 Ginga goals in about 2 minutes of game time. And can they get another one here? No, it's off the post for number 13, Edwald Bugase. And we do see the change in goal for Innovation City. Brendan Foster coming in after what appeared to be a shoulder injury to Brandon Balish on the 5th goal that he conceded.
A little bit of controversy right there. It seems like Ginga was questioning how Innovation City was able to encroach on that ball. Typically that would be a kick-in violation, but there was no call made.
Corner kick coming for Matt Nolan, Innovation. They go short right back to him. Ginga are there. And it's their ball. Did you see a deflection on that one?
It's tough to see. You know, it's one of the challenges, even being able to see that that sideline of when the ball goes out or not. I'll have to trust their judgment on this one.
Yeah, well, deflection wasn't even on my radar, so I must have totally missed it. Shot for Ginga blocked, but they will have a restart here with just over a minute left. Trying to pile the pressure on even more. Already with a 4-goal lead. Weisenhunt up the floor as a 5th attacker. Long ball to the corner, to the foot of Straz. Weisenhunt again. Testing the technical skill of the goalkeeper, at least to receive the ball and play the ball under pressure.
Yeah, and that's one of the things that we saw from the tour during the tour from Corey Weisenhunt. He played as a field player the entire tour here in Lansing City, so he's become very comfortable on the ball. As we see a shot from him right here, great shot, good save by Brennan Foster.
Innovation City tried to go early on the open net with about 40 seconds left. Ginga now walking up the floor. Perhaps one more attack in store for them. Innovation City with the high press. And Weisenhunt's just going to get rid of it. Nolan to put it in. Little chip right to the Ginga defense. Jorge Guinevart rolls it back. Trouble here for Ginga. Here comes the double. He's just going to kick it away right towards the cameras. 5 seconds remain. Perhaps a shot for Innovation City before the halftime break. Up comes Brendan Foster. He gets it right back to DeLucia. Ball's going to get poked away. 1.8 looks like on the clock. Now ball across Corey Weisenhunt scoops it up. That will take us to the end of half number 1. Ginga on top by a score of 5-1. In one sentence, Gerard, what was your reflection from that first half before we take it to a commercial?
Really no surprises. This is what we had anticipated seeing. Ginga really going to victory comfortably. And so I would anticipate more of the same in the second half.
Well, second half action is coming up. Before that, we have the Ally Marketing halftime show. So we'll see you guys on the other side of the break for that. Don't go anywhere.
Just an incredible experience. And so you haven't had a chance to watch that game, go back and watch it. It was really special.
Them having bad mistakes. So essentially, as a game as a whole, you're playing down already. Sometimes so here is possibly the biggest issue for Lansing City potentially one of the biggest struggles in the position.
Yeah.
And who's rostered for Lansing City this year?
Joshua Pierce.
Josh Pierce. But what does that do for this Lansing City team?
I think it does a lot, right? He's a fantastic shot stopper, so right away he's really solid. I mean, he's going to be the best pivot in the league. Best pivot in the league. Yeah. We really hadn't even talked about him yet today. So incredible on the ball. His ability to hold up play, his ability to allow the offense to run through him, his creativity, his ability to capture the ball and spin and shoot and score. It's just really one of the best in the league. I mean, him and Trezor Crispane, I think, are the best, the most solid traditional pivos that we have in the league. Yeah. Bold prediction, they will be fighting for a playoff spot. Fighting for a playoff spot. But I guess that's not really that bold.
FCS.
I mean, is it bold?
Brandon, I'm sorry.
Welcome to the Ally Marketing Halftime Show. Ally Marketing, let's be friends.
Maintain possession in a way that really we didn't see a lot of than last season.
And really, for me, I am actually a little bit surprised at how in control Ginga is in this game. I think the performance from goalkeeper Brandon Bollis for Innovation City has been the key factor today. He's where they're at 5 goals, I think Ginga is now, and all 5 were scored against him. And the last one he made a save on got hurt. There's not much you can say about that. But the other 4, there was 2 that went between the legs, one that he was not in a very good position for, another one that's a tough save, but still really poor reaction time. And that's really the difference in this game. And I think Ginga has been kind of controlling the flow of the game more. But it's, in my opinion, I think they are – It seems like they're pretty at ease out there right now.
Yeah, they are. And one of the things, outside of the goalkeeper play, we haven't seen Innovation City really create any offense. We haven't seen them really maintain possession. The one shot that they did have was a good ball in and a quick early shot from Prince Chisha. But outside of that, really nothing to show.
And I think it was actually off the press. They got their goal off the press. So maybe we'll see more of that for them. If you had to say, hey, here's a key point for Innovation to try to claw back into this game, what do you think?
Yeah, biggest thing, maintain possession. Maintain possession and create some opportunities for yourself looking for that extra pass.
I think based on the way the first half went, I think Innovation, if they want to get back into this game, they're going to have to pack it in and play some good defense and try to go on the counter. I don't really see a way forward outside of that for them. We're going to take you back onto the court. We're getting ready for the second half kick. But before we do that, we want to preview what is to come today. Later on, we have another matchup happening.
Another matchup.
Another
first game in the FCS.
Another first game
Shoreline
in the
City.
FCS. It's going to be Shoreline City hosting Midwest United at 5 p.m. today. You can catch it here on YouTube. This one is shaping up to be explosive.
Oh, yeah. That's an understatement.
It could be
an
very
understatement.
Explosive. As you mentioned, Shoreline first time in the FCS, and they're welcoming the 2 years in a row finalists, Midwest United, who are hungry for more.
So, look, we talk about these two teams right here, Innovation City and Ginga, having a lot of players new to futsal. That is not the case for Midwest United and Shoreline City. They have a deep futsal knowledge and background. Both teams do.
Time for second half action. We are back and ready to go for half number 2. As teams have switched sides, we are seeing a change at the goalkeeper position for Ginga. Jason Quinzon coming in. He collects the ball early.
And we did not see Jason in action last year, but he's somebody that Satoru Matsushima speaks very highly of. And he's another one of their goalkeepers that will be fully available at home, but the availability on the road is yet to be determined. Let's see how he does in action today. This is his first FCS action.
Takabatake to put the ball back in. He's out on the floor with Kai Yamasaki, Aaron Raymond. 8, 9, and 10 right there.
8, 9, and 10.
8, 9, and 10 in their new yellow and green kits. Riley McKenzie, the anchor in the back as the fixo. Down goes Takabatake. And is that whistled for a foul? Must have been, because
he might have called for the foul, but he didn't signal it properly. So let's see. Oh, no.
Yes.
Yeah. Even Shota is unsure if it's a foul or not.
So it was a foul against Innovation City there. First one of the half. Takabatake gets it going again. McKenzie with a strike. And really hard to say it was a strike. It just kind of launched off of his foot into the ceiling.
And we do see Brennan Foster starting in goalkeeper the second half for Innovation City.
See what kind of difference that makes for Innovation. Struggles at the goalkeeper position in the first half. Now finding themselves down by 4 goals on the road in a game that they have not had much of a grasp on. We'll see what they can do here in the second half.
No, and really for me, the only person that has really stood out for Innovation City is Diego Pinto, as far as like his composure on the ball. Right here, he's on the ball. He's at least creative and tries some unique opportunities. He had a really good chip pass earlier. Here he is on the ball.
Gets around. Toe poke will go wide, but he was able to get by 2 Ginga defenders on that far side.
Yeah, and that's really what I saw a lot out of him in the first half, is just really being a creative element. But like we talked about in the first half, is how is he doing that and including other people in, bringing them in, and not just creating opportunities for himself.
Here on the near side, number 3, Camilo Herrera, one of the newcomers for this Ginga squad. Probably of their new roster players, he's one of them that we've seen the most as far as players that we did not see in either of the tours this summer.
Yeah, well, we did see Camilo in the Lansing tour this summer.
The shot from Brennan. Brennan Foster got the first one, but the follow-up is too much. And Ginga get another one just less than 2 minutes into the half.
Yeah. And that's Subasi's second goal today. So great header. You don't see tons of headers in futsal. Outstanding effort from Subasi just to understand where to be right there. Good save from Brennan Foster, but the deflection again left in a dangerous area, and Subasi puts it home.
So Ginga now with 6. And possession.
Yeah, one of the things coming out of the tour in Lansing City, Camilo Herrera played in, he relished the opportunity to go against Jeremy Kleppel. I had the chance to talk to him after the match, and in so many ways it was the highlight of his year, being able to play at the Lansing City Arena and just be a part of this experience and play against a U.S. national team player.
Shielding for Ginga, allowing it to get back to the hands of their goalkeeper, Jason Quimzon. We mentioned earlier starting this half for Ginga. First time we've seen him in a Ginga uniform, or in the FCS for that matter. The other way, Brennan Foster taking care of business. Finds Ben Ivan looking up the floor, and it is Herrera on the stop. While inside for Innovation City, some miscommunication there. They backtrack, reset. Trying to break the line, the short diagonal to the middle. So far, Ginga taking care of it and able to maintain possession. Here's Takabatake. Working with Bugase. Takabatake to put it back in. Bugase with a strike. Blocked by Ivan, and another slide from Jorge Guinevart.
Jorge's been really solid defensively today. Doing a great job as that Fixo, just cleaning up all of these opportunities that Innovation City is trying to create.
Well, Bugase down the line, stopped in his tracks by DeLucia, trying to take it the other way. Jonathan DeLucia, number 3 for Innovation City, donning the captain's armband. Now a strike off the left foot of Hagenbaugh. Had pace.
Yeah, really, that's one of the best opportunities Innovation City has created today. Clean, open look, solid strike, result in an easy save, though.
And Ginga the other way, Shota Takabatake. Try to play the ball across, well defended. Ben Ivins pleading for a handball. None was called.
Yeah, I don't know that I saw a handball there. Good attempt right there from Takabatake to win the corner for Ginga.
As Matsushima takes a long walk trying to get that ball back to the corner. It looks like he is going to be the one to take the corner. Just under 5 minutes into the second half. Matsushima takes a corner, and it's right there where they want it to be for Ginga. They get number 7, just like that.
Oh, fantastic set piece play from Ginga. They set that up really well. Satoru is notorious for taking those corners and creating opportunities for his team. Great run right there from Takabatake, just to cut inside and catch.
Right in front of him.
Oliver Legan cannot let him run by like that. Very poor defensive effort there just to let Takabatake in front.
So that long walk that Satoru Matsushima was taking, he was sending brainwaves to Takabatake. Not really. That was a pretty simple play. Cut to the middle, and the defense wasn't there. Easy one for Ginga. Matsushima cutting through 2 defenders before getting stopped by the Innovation defense. Chisa loses it. Ginga just clears it out. And Foster.
He almost came over the line right there.
Yeah.
A little surprising. It looked like he might have. No call was made, though.
Little pump fake action from Brennan Foster.
And again, it's not where his body is, it's where the ball is. And so even though his feet were behind the line, if the ball crossed over, it would have been a handling violation.
Takabatake into the middle. Right back out to the corner, but over the line. Yamasaki not able to keep it in.
That's a little interesting. It didn't look like the ball was on the line. Do we have a late call there for a kick-in violation? You know, it's our first kick-in violation we've seen this season.
Couldn't even get one whole game.
Yeah, couldn't get one whole game. But, you know, I anticipated to see more of them, especially when you have soccer players or indoor soccer players come to play futsal. You know, there's a very specific requirement that the ball is stopped in on the line for a kick-in, unlike indoor soccer or outdoor soccer.
Innovation looking for somewhat of a counter there, but didn't have numbers. Straz on the ground once again. The way he's been sliding today, I think he's trying to rival David Saltzman for the most likely to slide at any given moment.
Most likely to slide. Is that like one of those high school achievement things you get voted for?
Maybe.
Most likely to slide?
Goes in a yearbook. You see the Ginga players there on the bench. They're enjoying this 6-goal advantage. Really have not been challenged much today. The one goal they conceded was provided by the high press of Innovation City, and Matt Nolan on the counter sends one well wide. You got to be feeling good if you're at Ginga at home right now. Fans probably loving it. I mean, we saw Takabatake high-fiving the fans on after his most recent goal.
Yeah, and in so many ways at this point, it really is like a warm-up for Ginga as they look for their matchup next weekend against Lansing City. They're making that long travel from Cincinnati to Lansing.
Whoa, there we were again. Just to interrupt you for a second. Subasi Hero, one of his, I believe the second time that we've seen him on the floor. Had a breakaway opportunity there, but as they get set for the corner, you talk about that match next week. Ginga going on the road to a Lansing City environment that they were well handled in last year.
They were, and the biggest thing for them is how do they travel? Who will be available for that game? And the biggest question mark for me is who will be in goal for them for that game.
That will be a big deal. We did not see Wiesen on the road at all last year. Straz takes the corner, gets it right back, going across the face of goal. Nobody touches it. Innovation City to restart.
Looks like Roger Straz had intentions to find the head of Subasi again. Not one header goal enough, wants to find the second one as Innovation City picks up a caution from the bench.
Looks like it was Matt Nolan, coach player, receiving that yellow card, unhappy with some of the officiating he's seen.
I can't say that I agree with him. From time we have been critical with the officiating, and there's nothing that I've really seen today that would stand out as cause or would warrant that level of frustration outside of the scoreline. And it looks like Nolan has had to remove himself from the bench in just a moment to figure out how to regain his composure, which sometimes that's just what you have to do. You have to just walk away, take a breath, let cooler heads prevail so that you do not pick up a red card, which at this point would not do any benefit for Innovation City.
Riley McKenzie now with it in the back with Aaron Raymond. And down goes number 6. Subasi Hero and Innovation get whistled for their second foul of the half. Ben Ivan just coming in. Looks like he clipped the left leg of Ginga on the attack the other way. Ball across right to the feet of Innovation, and they give it right back to him. Jorge Guinevard trying to spin down the sideline and just kicking it over the end line is Diego Pinto.
It's a little curious that he kicked it out for the corner as opposed to kicking it out the side for a kick-in. And it's one of the challenges in futsal where almost the corner is less valuable to you than a kick-in up the court. Which I would say personally that's a really smart play from Pinto to give away the corner, because what you end up doing when you give away a corner in that situation is condense the space for the offensive team. They don't have as much room to work with. You're really limiting their access.
Aaron Raymond pulled to the floor by Diego Pinto for their third foul. See that one once again. Just kind of held his waist.
Yeah, I think it might have been on Ivan right before that, Benjamin Ivan.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it looked like the foul was on Ivan. Just reaching. That's like he's expressing some frustration about the call. He might agree with you, but it looked like he reached out his left leg and prevented Bugase from advancing.
Jorge Guinevard in the back now. Working with Camilo Herrera. Back to Guinevard. Down the left sideline. Attempt on goal blocked. Ginga will retain possession. And they will not actually retain possession.
Yeah, it looked like the deflection came off of him, kind of bounced off Innovation City and then deflected back into him. He tried a pirouette to get out of the way, but his agility left him desiring more.
Ben Ivan now working with Pinto. And Pinto's able to get one. Screamed past. The Ginga goalkeeper, number 1, Jason Quimson. They have 2.
Yeah, really great effort right there from Diego Pinto. You know, we talked about him. He was able to nutmeg Shota Takabatake right there to get that into the back of the net. But good effort from Pinto. He's really been a standout for them all game and been somebody that at least is showing his capability to play at this level and really, you know, somebody to look forward to this season.
So Ginga get things going again after giving up their second of the night. Takabatake looking for the near post. No trouble for Foster. So just over 10 minutes remaining in this second half. A 7-2 scoreline. Ginga on top as Crimson is tested again.
Yeah, once again, Diego Pinto, great shot on goal. Good decision to take that early strike.
Innovation City now pressing in higher up the court. Trying to create some opportunities. And they do get a turnover. That is how they got their first goal. See if they continue to do it. They're on offense here. In the corner, 4 bodies there, 2 on each side. No room for anything, and Ginga just kicks it away. We'll have essentially a corner kick here for Innovation City. Jason Quimson putting it up the court. Takabatake working with number 9, Kai Yamasaki. He's not able to keep it in bounds. A restart coming from Brennan Foster momentarily. Ben Ivan puts it up into the mix. Innovation City do get it on their feet. Trying to pass it to himself nearly. It was Diego Pinto.
Yeah, it looked like Pinto saw where the opportunity was, where the opening was, but Benjamin Ivan was not able to read that the right way. So Pinto ended up having to just chase it down himself since Ivan didn't make the right run.
Now Ginga advancing up the court to the near post. Misses entirely is number 8, Aaron Raymond.
Yeah, I think that last play right there for Innovation City is kind of emblematic of where their growth opportunities lie as a team, of just really understanding the game and understanding where the space is on the court and how to create it. You could see Diego Pinto understood where to go and where to put the pass and where Ivan should have made the run to, but Ivan just was not reading it the right way and was late to make the run into space.
Another slide from Roger Straz. Almost didn't even seem necessary in that position, but down goes Jacob Hagenball.
Maybe unnecessary, but that's the fun for Roger Straz.
Here is Hagenball, faced up by Straz once again. Straz with a push, no call, and Hagenball retaliates. Did he get the whistle?
I have to think that the call was against Straz for the push, and he pushed Hagenball, and it looked like Hagenball might have retaliated.
He absolutely did. I think that was the call, and then he kind of grabbed and shoved to the ground, number 6 there.
Yeah, but
Ginga get their first foul of the half. Eight and a half to go. Innovation City with possession. Trying to find some kind of continuing possession. They haven't been able to keep the ball for very long in this game. Straz can't control it and gives it right back to them. Gisha back to Foster. Foster coming up, deciding whether he wants to fly. He decides against it. And Ginga will make a change on their kicking. See Enrico Del Rosario there. Surely you would think that the referee would have begun the count by now. I mean, the ball was right there.
Yeah, you would think so.
They made the substitution.
I have to wonder if something to do with Subasi. We saw him right there in obvious pain after that last foul. The foul that was on Roger Straz that Hagenbaugh kind of retaliated against Subasi. We didn't really talk about that at all, but it looks like he's in a lot of pain, and they might have been giving a second to allow that recovery to happen.
Innovation City now looking into the pivot spot. Stolen by Awad Bogassi, and right back the other way. A 2v2, third player coming back for Ginga. Nothing on for Innovation. They have to go backwards. Innovation City win it back with that high press. If they have any shot at getting back into this one, it's going to be from that high press. Ginga really hasn't handled it all too well. They did score off of it once.
Oh, we have a shoe flying.
If you can't score with the ball, at least try to score with something.
I will say it's the first time I've ever seen a shoe come with a kick. I was starting to wonder what would go further, the ball or the shoe.
It was definitely the ball, and Foster was upset because he wanted a counterattacking opportunity, but the play was stopped.
It's a little surprising that they did stop.
Yeah, I have to agree with Brendan Foster there. I mean, equipment malfunction for the goalkeeper, I believe, is who kicked it.
It was the goalkeeper's shoe.
I mean, that's not something you stop play for. Like, they got to figure that out, you know? It's like hockey. You break your stick, like you got to go get another one or get it back or something.
The only consideration that I would have is it being that it is the goalie. It makes it a little more challenging to sub on the fly. Oh, so we got the rainbow flick right here.
Shota Takabatake trying to create offense off of a rainbow.
Look, and
that's quite successful.
It wasn't successful, but just the fact that he's attempting it right there really shows you the level of flair that we should come to expect from Shota Takabatake. He creates just an exciting experience for the fans, both locally in Cincinnati and for your viewing pleasure at home. He's going to be a fun one to watch all season.
That's going to be a kicking violation for sure. And it was not called. The ball was definitely not on the line. Takabatake nearly countering. Take another look at the rainbow from Shota. Defended pretty well. He did get on the other side of it. And that shows you how comfortable he is right now as well with a 5-goal advantage. You just don't really get the feeling that Ginga has really felt duress today.
No, they haven't. I mean, in so many ways, I know you had mentioned about them struggling against the high press, but I feel like Ginga's been in complete control of this game outside of just a couple of moments where they gave away some goals. You know, this isn't the real test for Ginga into the season. The real test will be next weekend when they have to travel to Lansing City. You know, in so many ways, we expected Ginga to be strong at home. They were all last season, you know, with the only loss that they had coming to Ole. So really no surprise for me so far to see them in complete control of this match. What I will be looking forward to is how do they show up next week and who's available for that match.
Takabatake down the line trying to win a corner. Innovation City now the other way. Diego Pinto, can he get a shot off? Not if Jorge Guinevart has something to say about it. He actually took out his teammate, Camilo Herrera, as they both tried to defend that.
Yeah, but once again, Diego Pinto creating opportunities for himself. You know, it's one of the biggest call-outs for Innovation City today, that Pinto has proven himself to be a player capable of producing at this level. But what he's yet to show is his capability to involve the rest of his team.
Kai Yamasaki does not agree with that. Did they whistle him for a handball? I think
Yeah,
that must have.
it looks like it because I did not see a foul otherwise on that call, on that play.
He would have been 1v keeper with time and space had that whistle not been blown. So 2 fouls for Ginga this half, 3 for Innovation. No danger yet of a 6th foul penalty either way. Now Jorge Guinevart looking at his options. Little chip to Yamasaki, brings it down. Oh, off the post. Didn't think he had an angle
It
there.
actually looked like Ivan was on the back line. It looked like Ivan saved it on the
maybe Ivan
line.
got that one. Didn't look like he had an angle. Now Guinevart splits the defense. Ginga into their half-court possession. Nice 1-2. Really too easy for Ginga. Little flick up for Guinevart. Too casual and is off the mark for Raymond.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot of successful 1-2s from Ginga today. Really good ball movement and communication as a team. And it's one of the things that they're really catching Innovation City off guard with that passing movement, both on the ball and off the ball.
And I think that's something that is more speaks of the inability of the Innovation defense today than the capability of the Ginga offense. Just the amount of times they've done a simple 1-2 and it hasn't even been at incredible pace or incredible run. It's just there and the little chip.
And there's Jorge coming through, getting the recognition for the defensive effort that he's been putting in all day. This is the reward for his labor. Great effort, great recognition to see that Brennan Foster had come so far out of goal. Guinevart's won a lot of balls today and prevented a lot of attacks from developing. But that time with the open goal, he was just able to slot it home pretty easily.
So now a 6-goal advantage for Ginga. And this is the most all day, right? They were up 5-1.
Yes.
And then it might have been, yeah, I believe this is the most, or at least ties the most that they've been up today. Just about 4 minutes remaining in the game.
Yeah, and you know, we do have this conversation often about is it the one team that's imposing their will on the game and being successful, or is it the team that's not doing the right things, really allowing the other team to score the goals? And you know, for me, it has to be a little bit of both. You have to, as Ginga walking away from this game today, you have to be really proud of the effort you did. They did what they wanted to, regardless of how Innovation City played. A lot of the things that Satoru Matsushima talked about with their growth and development as a team has really come to fruition in this first game of the season.
Hagenbaugh goes wide. Restart coming from Quimzon. Innovation City in the high press. Ginga, 2 passes. All but escape it. And that long diagonal seen by Ben Ivan. Tried to shield the ball, collision, a whistle. Didn't really see a foul there, but I think that's what they're calling. Oh, he did kind of come in. Yeah, it was hard to tell, but he did.
Well, and it does look like Tsubasa has made the recovery now, so he's back out on the court. He left the game earlier with an injury, so good to see him back on the court again.
3 fouls apiece for both sides now. Matsushima can't quite connect with Enrico Del Rosario. Now Innovation City with the ball and light pressure coming from Ginga. Well, that could have been dangerous, but Matsushima was there. 3v2. Left foot way off for Camilo Herrera, just mishit it. Innovation go quickly. Diego Pinto keeps it in. His effort is not enough.
Yeah, once again, I mean, he's able to beat his man 1v1. He creates the opportunity, and that's one of those spaces where there has to be someone else on the team creating space for themselves off the ball to give him an option to be able to lay it off. Because that's a time when you can really catch Jason Quimons out on the attack because he's anticipating the shot from Pinto.
Here's Ben Ivan. At this point for Innovation City, you asked the question, and they probably asked it a while ago, but the question, okay, what can we get out of this game? What kind of adjustments? The game may be pretty well out of reach, but what can we do to try to maximize our experience, our learning, whatever it might be? Tough position to be in right now. Goal came off of its supports. And now a corner for Ginga. They come up to the center circle. Riley McKenzie, a little chip down in the direction of Herrera, and it's too high for him. Ben Ivan slowly bringing the ball up to find Diego Pinto on the long diagonal.
Yeah, Riley McKenzie did a good job there, just shutting down any type of opportunity or angle for that pass to be successful.
Corner for Innovation. Comes up to the center. Diego Pinto turned one too many times. Can Ginga capitalize? 3v2. Takabatake. Oh, he just.
Oh, he's going to want that one back.
Absolutely blew that one.
He's on a hat trick, and he's going to feel a little bit disappointed with himself that he didn't pull it out.
That one would have been a hat trick.
It would have been.
Oh,
yeah.
It would have been a hat trick.
Yeah.
Well, he's got it here. Maybe he's got a couple minutes to try to get that. He had a hat trick in the FCS Tour Akron, I believe.
He did.
That was one thing that we had it up on the screen, but I don't think we mentioned it much. This is a rematch from the FCS Tour semifinal in Akron. And that one, Innovation won. I believe it was 4-2. And Ginga have
and a big reason
very
for that.
firmly said this is we beg to differ.
You know, it's one of the things you talked a lot about, the goalkeeping opportunities that really went into Innovation City's favor. I mean, Ginga was playing with Wes Rasdorf, who's a field player, in goal for that tournament because they did not have a goalie available. And he did let in a few goals that were, you know, they should have been saves. For, you know, you put any goalkeeper in that situation, even somebody like Yaya Delphine that played for them last season, he's going to make those saves. And so it'd be a much different tour for Ginga if they would have had a goalie in goal.
This one goes back to Brendan Foster in goal, and he's made a difference for Innovation today. And you think about what the scoreline was when Brandon Bolish went out, 5-0 at that point, or was it 1? 5-0?
5-1.
I don't know if they had scored yet. It was 5-0 or 5-1 at that point. So since then, a 3-1 or a 3-2 game.
Yeah, it's been a closer game without Bolish in, but still, you know, and I think that's the part. We got to give Ginga credit for the work that they've done, regardless of who's in goal.
About 30 seconds left. McKenzie up the floor. Aaron Raymond, Brennan Foster in the right position.
Yeah, great play from Ginga right there. Better effort from Foster to recognize where to be to stop that shot.
Not sure if that was whistled for a foul. Must have been. So fourth foul against Ginga with just 19 seconds left. Jonathan DeLucia, his effort not enough to get down the sideline. Under 10 to play now. Innovation City still in the high press, playing to the final second. A slight delay between the clock in-house and our clock here, as we are controlling this remotely the best to our ability. So 1.1 left. It's going to be a touch in, and that is going to do it. Game number 1 for FCS 26 is in the books. Ginga take it by a score of 8-2 in a fashion that never really had any doubts as to who was in control of the game.
Yeah, no doubts at all. Ginga came well prepared today, and they showed once again that at home they're a formidable team to deal with. And at this point, again, the only team that has beaten them on their home court in Cincinnati is Ole Futsal Club.
We'll see what that looks like as the year goes on. Coming up for Ginga, you mentioned it. It is on the road
Against Lansing City.
Against Lansing City a week from today. What are you thinking about that game?
I think that's going to tell us a lot about not only where Ginga is this season with their roster availability traveling, but it's going to tell us a lot about Lansing City. So Lansing City, we're going to see some new players for them. It will be their first game of the season as well. Highly anticipated matchup. It's going to be exciting. It's going to be our first live action where we'll be able to commentate from the sidelines.
And for Innovation City, they also are back at it next week for a 2 p.m. match, this time at home in the LeBron James Arena, and they welcome a Detroit Imperial squad that is we didn't see all summer.
We did not, and that's one of the
looking
things.
Looking forward to seeing what that matchup is like next week in Akron.
Look, if you didn't notice in the chat, Davide DePoche was in there talking about some of the audio issues we were having and whether or not we're going to have commentators because Imperial was watching this game because both of their first two matches are against these two teams, and they wanted to know how to game plan to play, and I expect to see more of the same with Imperial against Innovation. I would see Imperial being in complete control of that game.
Let's take a look at this game by the stat sheet. Take a look at the live stats. This one was just for the halftime, so that one didn't quite get updated. But, of course, 8-2. Take a look at the stats there, Gerard. What do you see, this game telling the story by the stats?
Yeah, I mean, it just shows complete control from Ginga in every phase of the game. They had more shots, more goals, more assists, more saves, literally everything. And a very comfortable victory for them. We had an opportunity to see a new goalie as well for them, Jason Quimzon. He was sufficient in goal. I definitely think that Corey Weisenhunt is their first keeper. As you take a look right here, really at all of the stats that matter. Look, 15 steals for Ginga, 14 blocks. Those just really tell the story that Ginga was in control. And anytime Innovation tried to create an attack, Ginga was able to collapse and maintain some defensive solidity.
So we wrap up here in Cincinnati, Ohio, and the first match of the year. Ginga takes it, the home squad, by a score of 8-2. Coming up later today, it is a highly anticipated match between two teams in the Grand Rapids area. Shoreline City welcoming Midwest United. Boy, this one could be explosive.
Oh, yeah. This one is going to be exciting. The first time Shoreline City's going to be in action in the FCS, but this is not their first time playing futsal. They have so much talent on their team, decades of futsal experience that they bring to the table. This is going to be an amazing adventure tonight.
So you saw the first half, the second half. Don't miss the third half, which will be coming up next week on Thursday at 8 p.m. We're going live every week. So we'll see you there, and hopefully we'll see you at the 5 p.m. game today as well. But that's going to do it for this broadcast. Ginga with the victory, 1-0 on the year with a score of 8-2 at Innovation. Go home next week, trying to piece things together and seeing if they can put together a more competitive match as they welcome Detroit Imperial. I'm Jared Klepp along with Gerard Ascani. Thanks for tuning in to FCS Live. We'll see you in the next one. But
So
I have
when you
to
add
say,
Villa Gomez
one
and
of my
Zavala
favorite
for
games
potentially the whole season,
was the
you know,
Lancers.
as much as it's going to hurt not having Adrian Diaz or Sammy Escobar, and then losing Chris Mendez, like you're bringing in like a lot of talent too. And then another guy that we didn't see at all last year, but has been with the club for a long time, Henry Lopez. And so he's been playing since the ABK days.
Man, you know what would be a really bold prediction is if they don't get a first round bye. I think that would be a very bold prediction. I don't know if
They're keeping receipts in the chat.
I know they're keeping receipts. That's okay. You can keep as many as you want. I don't care.
Committing a crime so you can try to escape from prison. Bad idea. Go into the pod escape room to play an escape game with your friends. Great idea. Test your skill as an astronaut in outer space. Find Santa in Save Christmas. Or take a vacation to an abandoned island. Just don't get stuck there. The Pod Escape Room. Learn more at thepodlansing.com.
It's just the key, I think, for Ginga this year is does a year of experience help these players? Though we saw athletes, we saw physicality, but we didn't see great futsal. So does innovation have the upper hand in the game this weekend because of some of that experience?
You're watching the Futsal Champions Series on FCS Live.